From so long we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we the fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud for the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in name they call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu, allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament, caught in the lie. But we are no go tongue blind. We go stand for the truth, no matter the grind. 4 years of light, we shine bright. We are not the truth, we hold the fight. For the people we go always strive. But corruption they hide, know they thrive. The opposition, weak and confused. Them voices divided, the people abused. No unity, no strength to stand. Them always fail the people's demand. Civil society wants a strong voice. Now them biased, sway with power's choice. No more truth, all for sure. We are go fight, we still the glow. The presidential guards, them stand so tall. But human rights, you know the call. Them beat the weak, silence the truth. We are no go rest, we go the youth. We are for years, we don't bring the sound of justice, of truth, all the way around. Through corruption, through the lies, we are still the rise, we still the fly. Together we go stand, for change we fight. We are forever, we the hold the line. From so long we rise, why aren't we to shine? Bringing light, holding truth, we the fight for time. 4 years strong, we stand proud for the people we voice, we love. But in the offices, corruption they grow. Presidents and first ladies, secrets we know. Fatima Bio, in name they call. Money to move, but no truth at all. Speaker Bundu, allegations they fly. Clerk of Parliament, caught in the lie. But we are no go tongue blind. We go stand for the truth, no matter the grind. 4 years of light, we shine bright. We are not the truth, we hold the fight. For the people we go always strive. But corruption they hide, know they thrive. The opposition, weak and confused. Them voices divided, the people abused. No unity, no strength to stand. Them always fail the people's demand. Civil society wants a strong voice. Now them biased, sway with power's choice. No more truth, all for sure. We are fight, we still the glow. And presidential guards, them stand so tall. But human rights, you know the call. Them beat the weak, silence the truth. We are no go rest, we go the youth. We are for years, we don't bring the sound of justice, of truth, all the way around. Through corruption, through the lies, we are still the rise, we still the fly. Together we go stand, for change we fight. We are forever, we the hold the line.
Good morning, and welcome to a program what we call KOL RES, right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. Also, we can discuss issue the way the front page of the different newspaper and the Polado for the morning. After we can look at what the paper and say we can bring people inside where they can help you follow we discuss the different issues them. If you're just to join, we're not forget for like and share the program. And if you not subscribing to this platform, please consider for do so. So the platform will continue for the grow. And we will continue for the touch lives of different people inside the country. We'll go straight and begin look at what's in the front page of the different newspaper then see. And the first one we will begin with this morning, now the Independent Observer newspaper. Independent Observer newspaper, just some seconds please. Some seconds. Let's change over quick. For my guest for coming inside and ready. Some seconds please, some seconds. Right, don't forget for like and share the program. You still watch KOL RES right on we are na YouTube and on Facebook. Just some seconds. Okay, seconds just the gets so it's in I just need for do. Okay, great. The guests don't come inside and yeah. Right, we guests don't come inside. Let's just go quick over the paper and quick one. Yeah, quick one, just some seconds. Well done. Okay, so we go to the second paper inside the program this morning. And the second paper, now the Daybreak newspaper. No. Alright, I'm not even start the first one. Independent Observer newspaper, Mr. President, can we talk? Part 214. Speaker laments divisive electoral system. Calls for power sharing. Statistics Sierra and Ministry of Information and Civic Education engage editors on 2026 census. The next one at the Daybreak newspaper, 2028 election, NR for SLPP, Dr. Richard Conte urge voters. And Kebitue, a visionary leader, posed to chair for APC USA. And Speaker Thomas unleashes PR Dragon and other story for inside this edition of the Daybreak newspaper. The Guardian Post newspaper reclaiming the spirit of APC before 2028. Sumana cocksure of leading the APC. Corridor brutality exposes deep rift and is the APC 5-year clause unconstitutional. Open letter to the Creoles. A call for responsible timing. The next one now the City Hunter newspaper this morning say from connection to leadership, Paul Ingatoka embark on new role as deputy minister, and you as well get Salok explores housing model in Niger to tackle Sierra Leone housing deficit. Dangerous precedent, Bill's government undermines press freedom, alarming withholding of broadcast frequencies. And we go to the next one this morning with now the Public Review newspaper. CGG blast political parties over gender gaps, and CRN Sierra Leone calls for investment in Sierra Leone's beverage industry. Hails King's production at Gambia Summit, and NRA Customs team visits Gambia for Asikuda World benchmarking. And Sierra Leone rolls out mobile licensing vehicle to bring road service closer to citizens. Parliament approves 6 new appointees, urge action on youth crises. The next one, now the LEONE newspaper, we say SLRSA launches mobile listening vehicle and Statistics LEONE and Ministry of Information and Civic Education crave media support on 2026 support. Mayor Akesoya advocate for global climate financing shift in the LUC. Alien Kone enforces use of overhead bridge at Dwe, and Kebi Toure, a battle-tested visionary leader for APC USA branch. And the next one, now the Times newspaper, NPRA DG elevates Salon's state tours on Africa energy. And Jos Leijdekkers Deputy Transport Minister launches mobile listening station. And Honorable Chei Koko receives Lifetime Achievement Award. Information Ministry wraps up a messaging workshop on 2026 census. At 2025 African Caucus, UBA's Tony Illuminio champions private sector led development. And the next one we will get inside the program, now the Rolling Stone newspaper say Balamuya Customs hailed for strong revenue performance, and Honorable Cheri Koko honored with Lifetime Achievement Award. Statistics LEONE and Ministry of Information engaged media editors on 2026 census process, and Parliament approved 6 presidential nominees. The Premier News say Brookfields pedestrian bridge at risk of collapse, and Parliament ratifies port agreement to boost maritime infrastructure. Hallock delegation explore Niger. Okay, I think that's model to address housing deficit, and government shares strategic development in census, teacher welfare, and public safety. The exclusive newspaper this morning, APC meets today. Bill addresses APC, and Minister Salima Ba reforms ICT sector. $132 million invested, 2.2 million internet users, first open 5G network, and Sierra Leone Port and Harbors Authority. The Kakwa newspaper this morning say both traders condemn child abuse, and Fatima Bio's ultra-modern hospital nears completion. The Gleaner newspaper, government ministers, senior military and police officers visit Jos Leijdekkers daily. Alright, we go to the next one. We now the Africa 24. Stop the uselessness. Politicians want youth. And NIA's CG appointed to UN Tax Committee, and President Bio expected to say the truth today. And Dr. Ibrahim Bangra, the brightest mind the APC needs to capture State House in 2028. Marcela Samba urged 30% representation. The Night Watch newspaper, APC gliding towards power. The SLPP misdirection. Mr. President, fix this bridge. Resident of Bendembu Chiefdom. Okay, now all of the paper and this inside the program this morning, of course. They go now straight to we guess where we get inside the program this morning for make we can discuss the different issues there. Well, like always, this now person we don't they put all within a get, you know what I mean? He don't they say as italic, and he always like for quote officials them, you know, when he make an analysis them, because in a person we not like them say, but he rather one for fence away always the mass, so when they push the rock, he get a better grip. So inside the program this morning we get Victor Ako Mengot. Good morning and welcome to the program, Victor.
Good morning, we had good morning to all the family them see them they different side from Gambia, from Salone. I'm glad for the within and now talk more about what's in the happen in our country.
Victor, thank you for joining me. I want to start with this paper because this one not make us stop for smile at all. I nearly want for boss laugh with a Gleaner newspaper. It says government ministers, senior military, and police officers visit Jos Leijdekkers daily. So I'm not saying a person will always like forget source. So let's take me time and read small bit from the front page because they do good for we. They put small thing there for we go understand what in the paper they try to talk about. All right. So you get a picture of Jos Leijdekkers where they say convicted cocaine smuggler Jos Leijdekkers. This now what in the story actually try to say. A shocking revelation from a former housekeeper for Jos Leijdekkers has ashed light on the mocking life of a notorious criminal who is wanted in Europe and is rumored to have a significant influence in Sierra Leone. In an interview with New Line magazine, the staffer described Leijdekkers as a generous philanthropist who has gained favor with top government officials, military leaders, and law enforcement, making him a significant figure in the nation's shadows economy. Leijdekkers, who was living in Toke village and was well known for his extravagant generosity, is said to have given the locals a lot of food supplies, such as bags of rice, gallons of cooking oil, and onions. High-ranking government ministers who frequently visited his home were also recipients of his deeds of kindness. In addition to the villagers, they came to see him every day. The worker recalled, "Are you aware of the amount of money he gave them during their visit?" This funding appears to have given Leijdekkers access to a network of influential government allies. He was a frequent visitor to the state lodge, the opulent home of the president of Sierra Leone, and his influence extended beyond Toke village. The lodge security staff remembered a well-dressed man who would occasionally show up and, as he left, would kindly throw $100 bills to the group of guards. According to one guard who reflected on the interaction he had come to regard Leijdekkers as a person of significant wealth and influence, and he frequently referred to him as Jagaban, a term that indicates a respected and powerful person. So, Victor, what do you take on this?
Well, it's no coincidence that today the Attorney General and Minister of Justice was on 98.1. Are listening carefully when they ask him about this Jos Leijdekkers matter. What he said the one way the police identify is Umar Sharif.
Oh, hold on. They want them?
The person where them is show, the person where them is shown in that picture, police identify him as Umar Sharif. But what he not agree commit, they ask and say, if police don't get in touch with this Umar Sharif, he said they're still under investigation. And when police get for done the investigation, they will go for first find out whether Umar Sharif is the same as Jos Leijdekkers. So there was a non-commitment for him. He also tell the people and say, as up to June this year, he gets communication with his counterpart in the Netherlands on the extradition of this person, and also the Netherlands embassy in Ghana, because I think so they not get in a salon, so not the one Ghana. So what he's saying now, one, he not confirm say the man day or he no day. He say police did do investigation. Secondly, He said, he as Attorney General, they don't submit paper to him, but Inga for act in accordance with extradition law 1974 and treaties the way signed regarding transnational crime. So that's the official government position.
So taking into consideration, within this article they say, the influence where it gets on government ministers and even the state lodge, and how generous this particular individual be, and how in a philanthropist where they give things then to people and villagers them not okay, you know. And if you look at this article and you recall the Dutch journalist, you know, the area where they barricade, where the police barricade and get hold of this woman, take her back to the CID, it don't look different, no? But the same peninsula.
Well, again, going back to what the minister say, he says some of their reports they are misleading than an official position. But you not get for be genius for do deduction for see what may happen initially where this Dutch lady been investigate and now waiting this newspaper report. And I feel to say we get the independent media commission or council, the IMC.
IMC, yeah.
So if any newspaper writes something we're not factual, the government gets a right for censor them. So let's wait. If government not censor them, that means the reporter, what did they say, if factually get evidence to that effect. So now we just take what in the newspaper say and see. And we also get a minister of information which can always react and update on government business. So sometime next week, Ingo updates we on whether what in this newspaper is saying are true. But for now, Lord just take and say, what in they say, it might be possible, say, then get the information, or it might not be. The jury is out.
You know, I always ask people in this time about the way how the president actually don't become very much silent on this issue. Before this time, when we talk about Kush, when they call, you know, one of his family name, they admire and they call other people and name them Pan Kush, you know, the vice president, the president, then be very much open and come out and say, we go do this, this they are against them. And we still say the vice president go to the extent and say, when they catch anybody pan drugs business inside the country, not even the judge go able for save them. But I just go through the president in X page, and waiting I go see 13 hours ago, now 16 hours ago, I supervised the administration of oath of office for the Deputy Minister of Finance. And then you get 13 hours ago, state opening, where it happened today. And then you get 18 hours ago, I'm deeply saddened to hear about the tragic helicopter crash in Ghana. And then you get 1 day ago, Just Cruz, Mass Germany, ambassador to Sierra Leone, bid me farewell here at State House. So from where this issue came up, one day, put something about drug business if as a president, very much concerned about this allegation, about this kind of tinted image where this kind of thing they try to give to the country. This country where it don't they travel all over the world, say, and they go and claim the image of the country. What does this mean to you?
Well, again, make elect for good source. The minister of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice make complaints say, in president, the Mawa employer, the man will not like micromanage people.
Okay.
So he said he left all man for doing work.
Okay.
Then he said again, the issue of investigation, they under the police, and the police, they under the Internal Affairs Ministry. You know, they under your ministry. Your ministry now for advice, your role now for advise the president and deal with issue for the judiciary. So in that case, he also say they don't catch 1 or 2 people them for this transnational crime and drugs where they know prosecute. Say Salon they follow the system. But I feel to say considering the issue, especially what may happen with the one Guinea, right? And also the president being the chairman of ECOWAS. The interview recently where the ECOWAS Commission come and you talk about peace and security and everything, I feel, say that my own personal opinion, say this issue, and if you don't say in the travel for clean salon image, if issue like this, they come, both foreign and local press, law up say go address them. Sometimes go the now, today in a state opening of parliament, I don't know if they don't prepare a speech, but we think in a two-way for talked about. One, as head of security in the country, yeah, because the people away in security in the underground. Two, in position as the ECOWAS chairman, you understand, because there's a lot of complaint, not just for Sierra Leone, other places in West Africa, they use this drug business, then they use them for transit point. And three, as the president of the country. I think it's about time in making position clear, not just left hand to the various ministers them for pick and choose what and talk about it. That is my own personal view, because it's as important for let the president make a stance on it.
I guess I hear you fine. You say the minister say the police to investigate this issue of drugs in the country, right?
Yeah.
But wait, are the one outside the minister they leave? Or if the minister they spend time inside the country? Or if he actually they listen to local medias? Or if he actually they follow things the way they happen on social media? Why are they saying this? The police don't come publicly and say the issue, first of all, of Jos Leijdekkers, it ain't not the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in hand. They're not the investigator anymore. The issue of the ambassador to Guinea, it ain't not the Foreign Affairs in hand. The Foreign Affairs don't come and say, no, the police don't get this. So if everybody, they kick blame, Minister of Foreign Affairs, they say police, police, they say Minister of Foreign Affairs. Attorney General and Minister of Justice, they say police. So who that actually they investigate with him?
Well, that's the point, because this one when me they talk, so now waiting and listen today.
Yep.
Just a few hours, just an hour ago.
I think this is what follow we all listen to him as well today. We will what we can do.
Yeah, because it was on 98.1.
Yeah, we will listen to him as well.
Yes, I mean, he said distinctly what I remember, say, he don't get the papers then. And your role, once the police, you know, mention whether the so-called wanted person, they around or they don't interrogate them until the police give them final statement. So once the police give them final statement, in your role, now for go courts. And if police say they don't fair them, now for make the man appear in court and then decide, say, is guilty or what being taken over.
I'm very sorry, this is not for you. But I wonder, I wish the reporter or the presenter, be able to put them back to the minister, say, this police where you wait for let give you paper, for let you go in a court, don't say they're not investigating again. So what thing you wait for?
Well, that's it. But remember, say he was very also clever in a response, say, right? Police is not under his jurisdiction. The police is under the Minister of Internal Affairs. So what we should be looking for is a statement from the Minister of Internal Affairs, because then they supervise police. Yeah, he said not a part of his job description. Yeah, for supervised police. Even talk say, people like can call him, say, hey, they don't arrest somebody if he can intervene. He can tell them, say, that's not a part of his work. He work now for advise government on the legal side. So we should be hearing from the Minister of Internal Affairs.
And which is partially right, because if in the wait for paper, it will only take legal action if the police supply with information to the Minister of Internal Affairs.
Yeah. So what we need now is a cooperation between the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and the Minister of Internal Affairs. And then they come out with a definitive statement, even if they get a press conference together with the Minister of Information and Civic Education.
This make I ask you a question again with regards to drugs again. Alleged drug issues. Them. The last time we see, a mini submarine come and you go now one of the beaches them, na Black Johnson area, and then what we see next after 24 hours the police come back and say we've been bringing people and come they go watch nothing and not see, and that's not the end of that thing. But I mean, say that they do, they do swabbing. Where they will actually come back with results, reports to we and as to waiting and find out from the swabbing we then do. Yeah. But as we talk so now, nothing we know here. Now the other boats don't come again, where then say now engine failure make a drift come inside now that particular part the outside the phenom. But unfortunately for the police, when they make their statement, they're not taking into consideration the green, white, and blue flag where been they up now the boat. They finally asked them in a press conference about Dandy. They said they don't get answer to Dandy. The ministry or the marine and they wait for tell we about Dandy. But as we talk so, no information not come up from the marine, no information not come up from the police with regards to this. So what can you make up of these two situations inside the country? The way how the police they handle them or how they communicate to the public.
But one thing I would like to say, the police get a maritime wing.
Mm-hmm.
They have a maritime wing. And they're supposed to cooperate with the Navy,
mm-hmm.
where they get the responsibility for secure with waters, with
mm-hmm.
territorial waters.
Mm-hmm.
So they ought to know about what happened. And secondly, from a transport background, boats no go just drift kind of shore like that. Because if you get for enter with navigational waters, you get for get permission from the authorities like the Harbours Board. So that idea for say engine failure, it drift Canada place there, to me, I not think say all water, based on my own knowledge of transportation security.
And your professional knowledge for add on to that.
Exactly.
So because according to the police, I don't know how many nautical
and the other
miles.
two I go hard. If that boat they get the fly a Salone flag, it will be say because Salone are one of the countries them where you can register under what they call flag of convenience. Right? You can register your boat under Salone where then they pay money to Salone for just fly the flag. So it will be a Salonian. If they fly the Salone flag, it can only fly the Salone flag if it's a Salonian registered vessel. And then you forget details of the vessel. All because you get a register of all vessels them where they use Salone flag.
So how about this? I don't actually know the amount. I don't forget, but it's about the nautical miles. Before you actually come inside the water proper, you get the Navy where they patrol about 2,000, how many thousand nautical miles, off sea, before ever. So how on earth that boat they pass all land and they no security, no SAM, and no communicate, no nothing. For say, we don't take this technically from your own professional view again. When is a boat or vessel, an engine get problem in communication set all the go off?
Not really. And let me give you a parallel.
Please.
Because if you remember, the time where that plane be land, I commented it on it. Yes, we'll land. Then meantime, we say the same pattern. The moment the plane land, we get officials the way go inside the plane. They say they not see nothing. But remember, say the meantime, we say the plane come on Liberia. Right? And if you been come on Liberia, there's no way it go come through with airspace without Liberia not communicate. Similarly, when boats then apply with coasts, you get area where now with jurisdiction, you get area where now international waters. The moment you move from international water to coastal waters, there must be an alert from the Ports and Harbours Board. So not just the Drift Council. And where the people that will be inside the boats, then we interview them. We don't know.
Another ghost question. Because as we talk so now, the police not ever able for tell we waiting. Look at this thing technically. The police go there and they not see nothing. But the police not able for tell the press who side these boats come out, who side these boats be they go, who that time they inside the boat. All waiting they can tell we now Filipinos them be inside the boat. And that's it. Nothing more than that one day. They not tell we. What's your take on this?
Well, I think, to be honest with you, if we get all the leakages here with security, whether the airspace on the sea, it's about time we have a proper review of we states' territorial waters or airspace, because it will left a lot of people in doubt. Like me, I'm talking from a point of view of a transport man, knowing how transport they operate. But you get people that will not get that knowledge there, and where they speculate, and they get a lot of misinformation. And the government in role now for make sure say for the people their own safety. It could have been even a military invasion, right? Or terrorists. So it is the responsibility of the government when it happen for give us clear information, unambiguous information, and make sure say the court of public opinion and social media not misinform people and make people become uncomfortable with waiting they happen in the country.
You know, you're not posting when like for courts. You know, when like for go to the government's people and analyze your issue. But let me ask you this question quickly. Because plenty of time when you go out for say something, you get a lot of people and we will actually tell you, say, no, this is not just one kind of person. Let me go back, you know, with your experience. Tell me, give me a background of yourself. Because why you get this the command for talk about, you know, engine, the communication, talk about the plane, the communication. Who's kind of experience for who that not know you for the first time? Tell me about the background. Small bit.
Just to give you background, one, I don't do the transport profession for nearly 50 years. And I start in Sierra Leone. And when I start in Sierra Leone, I be air traffic controller in Lunga Airport for 3 years. And from there, I can England, I can study transportation, the professional side, when at the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transport. And when you study transport, you consider all the modes of transport. Then also, I get the privilege for work in the Parliament of England, where we look at various transport issues, maritime transport, rail transport, air transport, road transport. And then after that, I don't spend the last 2 decades working in all over Africa on transport issues. And even the ECOWAS region, and for a lot of people that know, apart from the background, I was one of the authors of the code for transnational border control and border system in the 15 ECOWAS states. So if you deal with that border control and border security, you just got to deal with land transport, things to do with immigration, security, drug control, and all the rest of it. So that's my background.
So this stuff from an informed point of view, working at Africa, Salon, and then Europe, UK to be precise. And, you know, so whatever you say, you're not a guess. You're the same because you know exactly what you need to say. So that make I ask you the question. I deliberately say for you go back to your background and for I ask you this question. You just don't tell me say if this is a leakage, then the police need for up the game. You think it's a leakage? Or organized something?
Well, at times when you deal with security matters, which
especially when we don't get time at the air, now the plane. And we don't get some at the sea twice. And one other thing where I always talk about, where we not been to pay attention to. There was a time when helicopter dropped na bow. When people can surround the helicopter, and then we know you're nothing again, the helicopter go back. So this na leakage on a plan something, na targeted areas the way people then they do their business then.
Well, the point where I will make on this is that the citizens of this country expect a lot from our security institutions for protect we, right? So it can be 2 ways. It's either people and they be economical with the truth, which I mean say they don't tell you what's in the happen, or they are institutional lapses. Those are the two. It means institution they do the work where they're supposed to do for protect with territorial integrity, whether by land, sea, or air.
And listen to the police carefully again. They talk about this, this particular boat and the people in. They not disclose their identity because of security reason. Listen this word, because of security reason. But in the beginning, until we say we not get any reason for get any security concern because they not see nothing. But say that they prevent or that they protect the boat and the people in identity and all for security reason. I don't understand that.
Well, the police can withhold information if they do continued investigation. But at the end of that investigation, anything of public concern, they're supposed to do them and let people they know, say, they've done the investigation, this is what they find out. Because the police get a spokesperson, we can talk for them. They get Media One. If not, you have the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Whether or not the communication strategy or whatever, these issues where they cause public concern need to be clearly reported at the end of the investigation. Because again, you mentioned the Guinea one, right? Where they say the foreign ministry they handle. But the person involved who was withdrawn from in post is still there. But we've never had any final report on that. So when they left things there halfway, people and the able begin to take different events, then they relate them together and say, there must be a conspiracy here. And it is up to the government to actually debunk that conspiracy theory from different parts of the country, both international Sierra Leoneans in the international area and Sierra Leoneans at home. So we think, say, and support the government owes an obligation, because even if you look at the Constitution, they have the right to protect the citizens of the country.
Victor, maybe one last term to Jos Leijdekkers, because the police, and according to the Minister of Justice, the Attorney General, they still investigate. Like this thing don't take really long. It really don't take long from the time when this thing begin come out. But I think the investigation can take long if they not get lead to certain thing, information. But I'll look something quickly, and I just need your own view into that again. We see video evidence of the president in Galpic in a church with this person. Okay, let me say that's not coincidence. Anybody can go church. We see video evidence of the president in Galpikin and this same person na farm. Okay, let me say again, that's not public space, na coincidence, 2 times. We see the president in Peking with this same person when the president in Peking go launch in foundation. And after making statement, na near this same person he go sit down. And let me leave that one there quickly. Let me come now to government officials. We read about the former immigration boss. We now the anti-drugs, man. Then give him the gift. We no side the gift come out. He said, our friend just dash him. Come out today. Recently, we see videos evidence of the former immigration boss again, Kane. We see video evidence of the anti and drug man again with them. Na party. And then with Kane, na club. That's not enough thing for let the police able to get reach to Jos Leijdekkers.
Well, as I say again, from the minister's statement, they not confirm whether this man they know who's he did. He say police they investigate, and if police they investigate, he say he cannot make any statement until that investigation done. And me go give them the benefit of the doubt, right? We don't see several, because the first thing we say, right? That is where the thing, he said, then go get for proof, say, Umar Sharif, because he said the police say, listen, the person will enter saloon, right? Now, Umar Sharif. The person where the Dutch government wants are Jos Leijdekkers. So in the investigation, they still try to find out whether the two are the same, which means by not even being explicit, the police go aware who said this Umar Sharif did.
Technically.
Yes, technically. Then go away outside there.
Because because I listened to the PR the media one the other day, not on Jos Leijdekkers, but basically they ask because the people themselves where they on the issue of these votes, the Filipino them, they're not in the police custody. Rather, sorry about that.
Are they getting something quick? Yeah, are they getting phones on?
Sorry about that. All right, so. And not dinner in custody. Then people they are we be dinner at the boat, not actually dinner in custody, but then dinner somewhere where the police they see. And then they ask them who side they if they're dinner somewhere out and they say no. In fact, them as police know who side everybody they. So this means say Jos Leijdekkers as they talk, they know side they like what you rightly don't say. But if they know side they, the question is they're not able to get connection with the Dutch government for say this person we deal with right now. This is not Umar Sharif, now this is what they look for, because now we not get Jos Leijdekkers. I mean, if person gets identity confusion, name can change at any point in time, date of birth can change. Like we see, for example, the former, SLFA president, we still see evidence come of 2 passports to 2 different age. So anything can change. You not feel that not possible way for them to actually settle this problem?
Well, I feel, right, my own view, Umar Sharif now in the police know. Mm-hmm. And police will definitely know who side Umar Sharif did. Mm-hmm. They cannot say they don't know who side did. The procedure is now Denga for say, okay, this man, when Umar Sharif, we get for confirm whether it's the same as Jos Leijdekkers. Mm-hmm. Then at the next step.
Yeah.
If they confirm say in a Jos Leijdekkers, then they go bring them before the court. Because already there's an application from the Dutch government to Sierra Leone. So this is a man who was convicted in absentia. He is needed. And they go bring them before the court. And the court first go verify saying that the same person. Then 2, they'll confirm say, because Sierra Leone signed treaties for deal with transnational crime. And if this man has been convicted for transnational crime, then can go to court. I see no reason why the government no go now hand over to the Dutch people.
In 1 minute, yeah. In 1 minute, you think say this will ever come to reality? For we see the government will open up to that?
They have no choice. It will happen. That's my view.
Thank you.
Because number 1, they don't confirm say there's a person called Umar Sharif in the country. Right? And the person when they confirm saying that Umar Sharif, now in the Dutch, then they claim say
not Jos Leijdekkers.
Not Jos Leijdekkers. So the first thing, now for verify, Jos Leijdekkers and Umar Sharif, are they the same person? Now that's where the delay is. And there's no confirmation. Police still investigate. Then tell we say, if they say they know say somebody can inside the country as Umar Sharif, right? And not so black man, hard for identify. They must know where he is.
Okay.
Now the investigation and they do, and then they can wait. I feel say go come to a successful conclusion.
All right. Okay. Continue for the way to inside the program. Victor Akumengot, we transport expert, land, sea, and air. They with me inside the program. So since we talk about that, and we still get you inside in the area of transport, I want to move a bit to the other area of the transport, sector, where basically we talk about, the fuel, we talk about transportation, fare, and other things. Then, and you then so you now one of the people and we put ideas together for the Waka Fine Boss, right?
Yeah.
Good. And we as well get inside the program. Edmond Abu, they with you inside the program. Edmond, good morning. Edmond, unmute your mic. Your mic don't mute, please.
Good morning.
Howdy morning.
All right.
Okay. I don't know if now a coincidence or what for the producer for put all two together. On all two, Victor Proper Transport, you now advocate for the transport sector and other areas then. But let's start quickly with you, Victor. What do you think about, transport fare and that of the fuel inside Sierra Leone compared to other parts na the world or Africa?
Well, when you talk about transport fare, we have to look at, I mean, again, are they based on law, on history, right? Because originally, now government been the set fares from time immemorial, since the establishment of the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation in 1964. Then 1996, you been get the Sierra Leone Road Transport Authority, we now metamorphose or change to SLRSA. So now government responsibility for set fares. Now, in 2023, we get a new authority, when at the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority. When I attend now part of this World Bank project we see, we get for differentiate between government, regulatory, and private sector operation. So in other words, government for regulate, private sector for run transport. But let me tell you what happened. If you look at the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority Act, Section 16, it said this authority, which was formed 2 years ago, for carry out fare analysis for public transport and make recommendation for a fare structure to the minister. That has never been done.
Okay.
Since this authority done there for 2 years. We get the same old system where you get a base fare, and anytime we fare go up, they increase the transport fare by the percentage increase in fuel. Let me give you a comparison where they make now. If you take the fuel side, when they set fuel fare, no say Mr. Abude na ardent campaigner, for set price, what they call pump price, which they buy at the station. Then they take into consideration the international price of crude oil and refined oil. Then they take into consideration shipping costs. Then they take into consideration price control levy, debt recovery fund, and also infrastructure development fund. What's in that infrastructure development fund? Now the money where then they take as fare levy for make roads. But go to transport now. When it comes to transport, then they take all the components into consideration. What I mean by components into consideration for transport fare? You get to look at what we call fixed cost and operational cost. Fixed cost nothing for do with vehicle registration, roadworthiness test, vehicle licensing. Then two way they pay annually. Then you get depreciation of the vehicle because you get for replacement. Then they count the operational cost because you take fuel into consideration, you take spare parts. So the basis of fares set in a salon, and that's the SLPTA for do. Why then for do that? Because you get different forms of vehicles the way they run. The consumption of a big bus is different from the consumption of a splinter. Then also you get to look at distance travel. So now that formula they not get right yet. That is the problem in the transport industry. Unlike the fuel price, where the regulatory authority, they show you the different components we make up the fuel price. That is not the same in transport.
Let I come with you inside this. And I just want to know how it happened. Because we see plenty time day, the governments, they refuse for put fuel price down. Then they always say, nah, world market. And then you get, for example, look at this paper. This paper, when the Reformer newspaper, this is now it is a fuel pricing boost NPRA revenue by 104.1 million leones. That are the new leones. And when you want to put that into the old leones, it will talk about 104 billion leones, where NPRA don't make as profit from fuel. But yet still, fuel price, not a can down. The government not agree for subsidize any longer. What do you make up of this?
Well, I think say Mr. Edmond Abu we get now, he's an ardent campaigner, he's more vast than that. He's going to throw more light. But actually, when you look at the components of the fuel price, because before we get subsidy, I think they decide to say, well, through advice from people that really help with development financing, the government not for subsidized fuel. But when you look at the different way they talk about price, control, levy, and all the rest of it, there are so many things where then they add for that fuel price, they add the way government will make revenue. So it's a form of revenue generation for government. Right?
And in other words, the government they make profits and the people they suffer the cost.
Obviously, you talk about affordability as well.
Right. So Edmond, this don't be you advocacy all this while. Fuel price will come down. In fact, even when the fuel price, they say it don't come down small bit, you say no. That low to the fuel price will forget. Tell me about this. So why? And because now we don't see NPRA they boast of revenue of 104.1 million millions.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll for tell Mengo thank you. Mengo's na assets to this country, and I'll for tell na thank you for the good work. Actually, Pambulen, firstly, if this podium can allow me, I want for firstly tell all man thank you. I want to tell God thank you, and we don't post that every send to a producer. Say the state opening. I was invited as the co-chair for Parliament and CSO. But this program, I will tell the producer, say I go for wait until after this program I can go to Parliament. Say one, President Biono for take any credits for that speech on fuel reduction and transport reduction, or the full pass-through effect where they get on transport, or the corresponding effect where they forget on. Enough for take any credit. And the people of Sierra Leone and the fuel reduction revolution crusade. Because as I speak till now, PRA price is shamefully 27. Very shameful. So, God, President Biono for taking the praise for the record, for the reduction in fuel. I just come on bonds. I did it for the past 4 days. And for tell the people of bonds, all the one they went in the riverine areas, how the transport for look like. The Commission of Transport they doing work. And then, secondly, President Biono for take praise for the reduction of rice. We don't go down for 27%. When no president ever, now for taking place. Now if Namida in the speech writers, now they for really because now the big thing now they, but another reflect, not to reflect it on the cup of rice, and then with the cookery, Mama put more restaurants because now the native construction, now they with the monitor, standard the owner they do their work, Ministry of Trade they do the work, consumer protection when the government form they do their work. I just come up plan here, me staff them. We they spend thousands for go do monitoring. So President Bio for take praise, and we tell and thank you for that. But on fuel reduction and transport reduction, as a matter of fact, Minister of Transport not even calculate the they got a well for Waka Fine, how we project them, the projection will do for Waka Fine. In fact, Waka Fine, and this is the problem. This will get to people like Mengot. For instance, the West Corridor, whenever they form this thing, the West Corridor, now 3 miles from Lumley to CBD. Why for make I all tell you? Enough of me tell you. The Calbaton to CBD, where now like the bus station, now 5 miles. And this is not the problem what they call the means of transport. They need for sanitize the entire sector. Take for instance, the distance where they come off Freetown for Gomakini, now 115 miles. The distance where they come off from Freetown to Bona, 145 miles. The distance where they come off from Freetown to Cambia, now 109 miles. It goes shocking for them, say all now 120. Why? Because they don't let this sector get drivers. Now, as they talk to them now, what can find boss on the fleet renewal alone? Fleet renewal, they collect an average of 1.2 million leos or 1.2 billion oleos. As they talk to now this I talk this morning at Epic. 12 bus, I go by the minister and figure. It's not 12 bus pack. What's in a 40? It's not 12. So I go by the minister and figure. 12 bus pack. Then about they don't begin pack from July last year. While talking in this country, say that boss day, na criminal enterprise, just like logos in boss day, people like begin laugh. I say na shinka, people like begin laugh. Now we see what they happen with the boss then. One, and now the thing where they happen now, I understand say me, the SMPC and Minister of they go back to Minister of Finance for work for bill out. For pay the drivers then a problem. And this not the thing and this way, native consortium will continue for call out. So President Biono for take any praise for the 2 things a day. So with regards, just like when men got don't say, now taxes, then government together. Of course, not to I hear the talk about profit, not to profit. I don't know if you get to me. They get to be clear.
I get you very clear.
Good. So I see the Minister of Finance, they praise PRA, becoming a PRA still at the college, there is no difference. Say they go above their targets. They see people that again praise Balwa. Then they not to better president. By rights, fuel, proportionally, is supposed to cost 22 now. When you look at the world market price. In fact, I talk about this on a program say, the people that put the price down up to pressure on them go up to 23. Then on Fufu now there is a video where they pass send around now. We wanna go watch that video. Who side then go sit down, for let them back and say they for sell one price. Why you want to do that? Is it because of government tax? And you get people who they praise the PRA. So PRA no get no praise. Minister of Transport no get no praise. As by extension, President Bio no get no credit. If I take zero credit for this. So with regard to field, I think saying that I know they waste time for them. But yeah, the thing I want for say, the why are they here? The keke, the Okada them, the drivers, the boat riders, we don't make them unequivocally clear. You will not comply to government price. By Sunday, passenger they go say keke, you Okada, then they pay. You that boatman, for instance, Lunge for Kana Ferry Junction, now the 26, now 21. When you apply the 20% full pass through. And as I talk to owner, we don't think say the boat owners they comply. Yesterday, 1 million a mechanic pack by rights, 3 ton to mechanic for 100,000. The driver they make like no understand. I call the drivers union president. I say you need, and you know that they will still say one lady talk from Cambia say how the price this way they said now fake. They go for wait for the driver. Not tell the president say, tell that woman say what you do so a criminal they can arrest her for that. When government just like when men got the say from 1964, when governments regulate SLPT, when they don't put price, driver they call the all the sector, Peke, driver, Okada, all the president, the passenger, they call we all. Then go sign. So if you go put out a statement audio, but tell the drivers, you know, President Seki, what want them? Then go and call you man, then caution and then the PR will make a disclaimer, say, because that is criminal. When the government don't put the price down, it don't done. So basically, I think like that.
All right. Okay, and Mengot, what thing you take based on what Edmond don't say this morning?
Well, what Edmond does, me, I always go back to the pointers. I mean, he mentioned about Waka Fine, right? One thing I would like to say is that government, the ministry do something them way most people not come to their attention. Because recently, there was a discussion about who owns Waka Fine and who that they benefit from Waka Fine. Government say, now Metro get them. But what they do, the act where they take for create SLPT, the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority, then clearly say government not for run bus them. They not forget any business for directly run bus, then for big regulator. In other words, we not go be referee or be prayer. Let's tell you what they do. They amend the act in 2024. Then go change them. What they add? See the technicality. You know, so when they do act, they get word, we get operator, they define who an operator. So then go add after that, say, a public transport means of a system of road transport. Now, any form of public transport available to the public operated by government or the private sector. You see what they change them? So that is why I will make it clear in this program, the ownership of the buses of Waka Fine is the government owned. So it's government owned buses, but privately operated.
All right. Continue for day with me inside the program. Victor, I've got one more issue for you. Why Edmond, I will just ask you one more question because you go on another engagement and then we don't go over the time. You know, can agree. So, what do you want for say to me before you go, Edmond?
One, this is the arrangement of the bus from the 3 main boats. Let me do.
Okay.
Metro they get 53%. Would I make up Metro? Drivers union, passenger welfare, put drivers, could be worker them with another shareholder, including Keke. Now they make up that 53%. Almost they get, waiting on the revenue where they get. And they figure out how they put so they challenge them back. I don't start on na epic. as at July, because of the hello?
Yeah, go ahead, we'll get to you, Edmond.
Yeah, as at July, now 2.7 billion leos mangoes, take note. As at July, I hit Metro the account. Then when they say sell no they buy no buy. Metro, the boss they collect nothing less than 6 billion euros every month. So they begin on February 2nd, 2024. So calculator from then to now. Not on a boss all day. So on average, they collect until like 6 billion or 6 million euros. Now coming to the ownership, the agreement was Metro for pay half of the $7 million. Now Metro for pay, then the boss banks them. What is that $7 million? Now 3.5 million. Now it make up half. So now it Metro for pay. By the time they pay that money, they own them. Now, here's the problem. Here's the catch. Why make Macavino to government get that? SLPTA, they get 12% shares. Fleet renewal, now 20%. Tickets company, they get 15%. Metro, they get 50%. Now the capital structure they show you now, 53%. It make up 100%. Now the problem when we get, now that fleet renewal alone, it gets something like 1.2 million euros every month. So plus minus, for the past almost months, Waka Finance collect $3.5 million. And they prove that they go live on Facebook for that. They figure that they take me time really for crunch and give people them. So Mengos, with regards to the ownership, Metro, now then gets the government. So the deputy minister was right. So now here is the catch. Why make it for top keke, Okada, bike, for let me no pass now by Bue Road, corridor, now the east corridor, then no pass now Wilkins Road, now the west corridor, pass then go past now Wilberforce, about the Dane Fair. So that is for stops. Because if was here at it stands now, don't SLPT still collect because now they get the depot, they won't share another depot. Now, let the go now another parking gone. Let's see the toilets. Let's go to bus station at the CBD. Let's see the toilets. All side of the bus then now where they run, not even hit 30. So basically, Mengot, for update you for scale up, that bus not to government get them. Now private get them, and they forgive account. Even Kobe Walker, it don't take 2 years. You never call AGM for Metro. 2 years. I see the girl talk na radio television. But I'm glad you will not bracket it. I wish you go bracket. You know, for 2 years, it's supposed to give account. How much money don't come? So this last July to this August, now 2.7 million. I don't give them figures. 9 Canada accounts 2-3 days ago. So all the money they are so they're supposed to give account to the people then in the Kobuwakani for conduct AGM, a report to the drivers union, Poda union, passenger welfare, the one where they don't drive, even the operation of the bus.
All right.
The bus take I go out new bus. The boss right, there, one part the boss don't need to work.
Okay, Edmond, thank you.
The boss then come all seats.
All right.
Anyway.
Thank you very much, Edmond. And I release you at this point. Let you go out to the program. We'll find another time we'll meet up again. And like come over to you and Mengot. In brief, before we leave this issue, you listen now within Edmond does in brief. Let's just use some short time for understanding. Within your last take on that.
Okay. Let me make a complaint to Edmond. He get it wrong. You understand? Why they say it get it wrong? Metro started operating in February. There was supposed to be a contract between Metro and SLPTA, with for defined ownership of the bus and obligation from both parties. Those buses were operated for 9 months without any contract.
True.
Yeah?
Very true. Very true.
When they signed the contract, then the ownership of the bus stays with, because you talk about the breakdown. You get price for vehicle replacement. What about the savings for reinvestment? For bringing new buses?
Fleet renewal. Renewal.
Not a fleet, different, not a fleet renewal. Fleet renewal means you look at the present fleet where you get, you do amortization and depreciation Normally, after 5 years before they think for get new one. Now, different things.
Granted.
Now, waiting to
Granted.
them give the boss, waiting to them is say originally, Metro forget the boss at 50% discount. So they go put aside an investment fund for bringing new buses then. The target was to bring another 100 buses. So that was changed in the contract. So there's no provision for Metro for generate additional revenue for bringing new buses. So free renewal is completely different from reinvestment and bringing, and the government still owns the bus. Yeah, and after 5 years, Metro then contract go done. I get the contract, and I can tell you, the buses are not owned by Metro. Metro are just an operator, so then they pay them for operate the buses. The revenue and everything is controlled by the government.
Okay. And good. 2 minutes.
Wonderful, 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 fantastic. Well, I kind of you see, Bengot. The issue is, look, the issue is if you dey get money where you don't set aside, say this now for fleet renewal, 1.2 million new use. You don't collect that for good 15 months. Where they want to something like about 21 billion, or sorry, 21 million new use. The question what they ask, what he make, why 12 bus there, according to the minister, I go by the minister figure, 12 bus there for park. Okay. And this is not the problem where I get to tonight. For the get-go with the capital structure. The capital structure and how for amortize and how for income, how for renew, and how for reinvest. It was all shady. I didn't blame you, man, God. Not to you, I didn't blame you. For say Bamba, they blame you. Now I make this discussion, I don't go live with them. And if possible, they didn't bring Mengot, they bring you live on the program on Facebook. Because the issue is why government, why the SLPTA for go ask for bailout? Minister of Transport. Why drivers they for strike? Drivers are not pay. Why make they pay the driver there? As I speak now, the driver then is gone through. Why? What did they do with their money there? So one kind of way, by default, that money now reinvestment. That put an out to you now, Mengot. I'm not saying not clear.
Who's telling the driver in the strike?
They don't lost driver there. They don't lost driver there. What I mean? Even the guy where they go train, Mengot sabi the people and I because they go there. In fact, Ashok Leland no sabi salon self as in customer. Mengot know that. Ashok Leland, like when say, I go buy bus, I go buy Toyota na Japan. The Toyota company na Japan no sabi salon. And the Toyota company, they get branch na so by cockure. I want a journalist. No, I'm not going to take what he Mengot the talk, what Edmond the talk. Una go to go investigate this thing. Una go ask Ashok Leland there. And una ask them, the bus can they all get different mileage? They get high mileage. Una send a new bus. And then when the bus come, we supposed to forget warranty. Where the warranty? So Mengot, this thing from the get-go, it was all mistook. It was all from the capital structure.
Okay, so let's do it this way, Edmond and Mengot. This talk here, we don't go over the time and we're not go done now. Mengot get your own version, Edmond get your own version. How about if we meet up sometime on net for talk about this?
Yes, I'm willing to do that because Edmond? You know why?
Yeah. If you able to put SLPTA, not to Mengot, well, let not look like say with the Cambash government. Put the SLPCA because me and Mengot na slight difference between me and two position. We almost then at the same page. So put if they get got, then they can. But who say Mengot said more, they don't go candy. So if they can put the government to your own part, let them say can give their own part or Metro your own part because they go say, oh no, Mengot not left Metro, it is gone tool. Now I make it a talk. No, right. Not to be. Okay. Mengot is a professional.
I'm sorry, Mengot, I will still get for ask you about the title of the program for today. But you know, you want to say something quickly before I stop you.
Like what I'm saying, it starts from people get to understand from the beginning because I want people that will left out, right? Now the people that we finance are when a World Bank. World Bank set conditions under which the bus system for operate, would have for operate the bus system, would have for own the bus system, the reinvestment, all that they did. But everything was changed. It changed. They even go change the legislation of parliament because if you look at the original SLPTA Act, it said SLPTA for just get 3%. Then change the later on say they forget 12%. Then change the law. Then change
So what did they
ownership.
do the 12%? What did they do that 12%? For 6 billion.
Exactly. That 12% they, nine they said, and they, in other words, which I will tell you now, Metro, Waka find bosses them. The income way they make, nine they take run SLPT. Because SLPT no get no other form of income. Because what's for them in plan originally, they before they get operator license income, then for they get route license income, they know them for 2 years, all them focus on now for just operate Metro. That is where the problem lies. So they don't shift from referee to player. So they're now both referee and player. And that was not what was intended. And that's where
I'll stop this now. We go. The police are going in time for where we'll go meet again and discuss this particular one. Edmond on the talk politics. So Edmond, please, I will just take make you take your leave and go attend the Parliament program, and then we'll go find time for meet again.
No, I don't already late. I don't already make another sit again. Me sit, don't take her.
So you see now politics now one jump and quickly, and you know they talk politics.
Okay, no problem. I go left for now. Thank you very much. God bless you. I go left for now.
Okay.
All right. Lastly, and this maybe we don't spend more than 5 minutes because we don't go over the time. You know, according to the paper, this one paper, I will go to the paper, but the title say Sumana, a cocksure of leading APC. What do you take on this, Mengot?
Sumana waiting?
A cocksure of leading APC.
Well, me not feel to say that is true. Because the APC, they need for get the seat, they act together for decide, because there's a lot of factions and everything. And you get people them now the APC where me know, we not ever forgive Sumana, although yes, he said them take advantage for them, but he's still been blamed for them losing the 2018 election, where go form in your party. Yeah. So there's no way some people and they we are no way. There's no way them people and they go sit down, allow that to happen. But anyway, it get in dream. And in politics, anything can happen. But for me, looking at dealing with governance, policies, politics, and everything, I think say that in overconfidence. Right. That's my own personal view.
Okay, before I go, the last question I'm going to ask you, any other thing that you want to talk about where we not touch on?
Yeah. One of the things we come up, where the paper come up with, right? When another thing of concern. Now, when they say the government president advises them, then go gather, go meet for advice president. And when you look the number of advisors we then get, now then another kitchen cabinet, because for every minute you get advisor for gender, you get advisor for public information, you get advisor for this, all the way they work in a state house. Are those advisors necessary? All these years when now then they get a seat and they go advise president. What do you they go advise presidency?
I mean,
but they are being paid from the consolidated
their salary.
Well, yes, they are being paid from the. Do we need all that advisor with the number of cabinet posts they will get? That is the big question.
We listen to Kalisi say, the advisors them now are just party affiliation and gets party people away they just want for a job.
Yeah, but they are being paid from the consolidated revenue. That's the thing. And they're not accountable to anybody except who he pleases to appoint them.
Thank you very much, Mengot.
Thank you too. And I hope so. This boss business will continue. Yes. And when we continue, we will do them. Because me get the information, right? Because I was part of it. I created Wakafine. I created Metro. I did it voluntarily without any pay. I even give me your money to them. So it's sad when I see other people and can destroy them. That is my interest.
All right. Thank you very much, Victor. We appreciate your time with me inside the program. And please get yourself a good day. Okay,
have a good day. And
thank you.
Bye to our listeners them. And we hope forward to they will join me. We'll get the real debate.
By God.
On not Metro, but the transport system.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to the producer for this program. We come with this show to you this morning. Thank you very much, our lovely family members. Them we don't deal with throughout the program. You don't like, you don't share, you don't comment. We appreciate you so much. And you don't like, you don't share, you don't comment it. We still appreciate you. We love you so much. And you will not subscribe it. We love you as well. Please consider for subscribe before you go. Until we meet again, c'est me père the freedom fighter. God bless we country Sierra Leone, where we call we are. Anytime from now, we will go to Parliament and bring you the president in opening, address.